Hi, I'm Mike. This is Budget Guns and Gear Reviews. Back in June, some friends and I took a backpacking trip to the Archer's Fork Loop. It's the first time a lot of us had done any backpacking. Definitely the first time I had, and, well, we learned some things. One of which is foreshadowed right here as we start our trip at La Casa del Two Bobs. Look at all the crap we got trying to pack into this trunk. It's a good thing that we grew up in the age of Tetris and learned how to fit things together like a puzzle, because, man, this should have been a hint that we needed to get rid of some stuff. Matt's, my brother, his pack was around 70 pounds, and mine was a little bit more. Everybody except the boys overpacked. I think they were the smart ones in this. It was brutal. Well, here we are at the Archer's Fork Loop trailhead, getting ready to head out after our long, arduous trek down the gravel roads. And was it ever a long, arduous trek, man? This place is way out in the middle of nowhere. Continuing our theme of packing too much stuff, look at what my brother and his stepson decided to carry. Way too much. I think all the guys, as I said, had far too much stuff, except for the boys. The boys, as you can see, they packed pretty reasonable. So did Jeff. He packed pretty reasonable too. That's Jeff there in the blue hat. Everybody here is me, my brother Matt, his stepson Scotty, my friend Two Bobs, his two boys Noah and Alex, my friend Chad's son, whose name escapes me unfortunately, and our friend One Bob. Again, here you can see Matt's carrying way too much stuff. Our friend, we call him One Bob because his name's Bob too. Well, if we have two Bobs, it's just too many. And his two boys. First day we made it to the natural bridge, which is pretty impressive for being, just a rock bridge across a gorge. My brother and I on it. My friend Jeff is taking the video. I can't believe he went out there still carrying all that stuff. I almost pushed him over, but decided not to. I mean, I've put up with him for 44 years. I guess I can put up with him for a bit more. Here we are, about a third of the way in or so. Half of our group's taking a little break, refilling the water bottles and whatnot. The other half went on up the trail to see if they can find a campsite. Which I did not record our first night of camp. I was way too tired because we pressed on for a few hours more than this. We weren't a third of the way in. As a matter of fact, we thought we were going clockwise around the loop, but no, we were actually going counterclockwise. We were absolutely wrong and got lost. So the second day, we went up, what was to me a mountain. Changes in elevation characterized this trail for sure. This was a series of long switchbacks with some very steep terrain. Again, you get a view of what Matt's carrying, and it's way too daggone much. And for the totally random thing of the day, an old rusted metal pedal car right alongside the Archer's Fork Loop Trail. Nature. The only way to cook them.
Fling right at you.
And this was our camp for the second night. We have a mixture of tents and hammocks. Here I'm trying to tell, this is One Bob up there, that his actual name is Bobby. But, we got two Bobbies, so we got One Bob and Two Bob. So One Bob up there setting his hammock up, and I'm trying to tell him, dude, that that tree falls, you're pretty much squished. Eventually, he ended up moving, but there was a dead tree that was right up there in between the two. And he moved, thankfully. Coming up here, you're going to see what I was sleeping in. I'm sleeping in an F-Nova double hammock with F-Nova tree straps. Behind me is Jeff's hammock that he's sleeping in, and we're both under the same tarp. Man, that was a tremendous mistake being right there by him, because that man snores horribly loud. That's hence I've dubbed him Buzzsaw. So again, here we are starting out on day 3, still carrying way too much stuff. A ton of crap we didn't need. If there's anything that I've learned from this, it's that you don't need as much stuff as you think you need. I don't anyway. Pare your load down to the minimum you can get by with, because, man, hiking this trail with all the elevation changes, carrying 70-plus pounds of gear, was brutal. Absolutely brutal. As a matter of fact, by the end of it, on the 3rd day, going up this huge hill, because we took some shortcuts off the trail and went up the road, and we passed this house of some local fellas that lived there, and one of them looked at me and saw how badly I was sweating, and he feared that I was going to have a heart attack if I went up that hill. So he gave us a ride in his pickup truck. I was real thankful for it. And that got us back to the trailhead. One thing I do regret is that I didn't shoot enough video with this, because the entire place is beautiful. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. Great scenery. I think that at some point I'm going to go back and hike this trail again in the fall, when all the leaves have fallen and you'll actually be able to see things. Hopefully I'll be in better condition and more used to hiking by then, and I'll be better able to pay attention to the surroundings. I mean, really, for most of this trek, I was struggling just to put one foot in front of the other. I'm not going to lie. I was woefully out of shape for this and not used to it, and I was carrying way too much stuff, which seems to be the common theme with this. But, you know, it still, very beautiful place. I don't regret going and doing this at all. I did spend a lot of time at the back of the group, though. Everyone was way ahead of me because I wasn't moving fast at all. Well, we're back at the trailhead on day 3. It's about 12:11. So right now it's me, my brother, and my friend Two Bobs. There's Two Bobs. There's my brother. Just want to get a look at these shoes. My brother had some hiking boots that he bought 15 years ago and kept them in his closet, and the glue let loose of them. So,
always bring a pair.
Pro tip. Don't try to hike in 15-year-old shoes. And if you do, make sure you have sufficient cordage to tie your soles on. Anything to add to that?
They were comfortable, though.
Hey, it worked, right?
Yeah.
I just want to say a little word about these squiggles all over this map. They mean something. A lot of changes in elevation in this. Pay attention to that whenever you're planning a trip. Because walking uphill, if you're carrying all this stuff, sucks. Still, I think it was great for us guys. You know, we've known each other since we were kids, all of us. And to bring our kids out and share this experience. It was absolutely something that we learned from. We're planning to do some more hikes and more camping and such, but we're going to approach it in a little bit better way. You know, it's interesting to say the least. Yeah, this place was great. It was beautiful. As I said, I wish that you'd be able to see more of the views. You know, I suspect that in the fall the place is absolutely stunning. Yeah, my brother's shoes, how they fell apart. It's pretty funny. Would I do this again? Oh yeah. even though it was brutal and it sucked, it was great. It was one of the best times I've had in a long time. I'm Mike. This is Budget Guns and Gear Reviews. I just want to thank you guys for watching. Keep coming back. Maybe we'll do some more stuff like this. Thanks. Bye.